Hello, this is your favorite extremely extreme extremist, Poopo Noob, and this is my first ever PSP game review, and more like sort of like a look back to older games. So I'm thinking of doing more of these for my channel, because I am super into the PSP right now. So I thought of doing reviews for not just for the PSP, maybe for the DS and maybe some old PC games. I just want to take a look back at the older games, and I wanted to start off with this game because I think it's bloody incredible, and it is Pursuit Force Extreme Justice. And this is a I would say it's a hidden gem for the PSP. It is a third-person action game. It's a vehicular combat game, very arcadey, and the main mode of it is you're driving in a vehicle, and you can either choose to destroy the enemy vehicles with your gun or leap to the vehicle and hijack them. And it's really freaking cool. So the driving actually feels very good. I was actually really surprised, even on a small screen. It was able to give me a sense of speed, and I did try playing it on the PP, yeah, the emulator on Windows. That is how I got the footage for this game, and it looks really good even on the full HD monitor, even though it's an old game for the PSP. It has a freaking great pumping soundtrack. The soundtrack helps to give even more of a speedy action feeling to when you're playing the game. So I do recommend you playing it with headphones on. The leaping between vehicles is really, really, really fun, and yeah, it's a very cool arcade driving car combat game. It has four modes. The main one is the driving one, like I mentioned earlier. Another one is an on foot mode, where you're literally on foot going around killing bad guys. So that is probably the weakest part of the game. The aiming is bad because you don't have a right analog stick, obviously, because it's a PSP. So you hold L1 to aim, and you use your left analog stick to move the trigger, the targeting, which means you are basically stationary. You can't move. You have to let go of L1 before you can move again. And when you're holding L1, you can strafe by pressing the square or the circle buttons. It's really, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. It doesn't work well. So those are the parts where those are the parts that I dislike the most. And I do wish that whenever I play those parts, I wish that it was just over. Good thing is the levels are mixed, so most of the time when you're on foot, it tends to end in a driving mode. So that's cool. You get rewarded for the shitty mode they put you through. Another mode is the sniper mode. You're basically just camping on a high tower or cliff or something, and you snipe people, clearing a path for your teammates. That one's okay. Again, aiming with the left analog stick feels really weird because we're just so used to aiming with right analog sticks these days. So, but it's okay. It's not as bad as the on foot mode, personally, I feel. And the last one is a Gatling gun mode, which is basically the same thing as sniper mode, but you use a Gatling gun instead. And most of the time, you are in a moving vehicle, so either a helicopter or behind a like a four-wheel drive. I don't know what you call those vehicles. So those are pretty good. That is definitely the second best mode, definitely. So being in a moving vehicle adds a bit more, another layer to the dynamic, because you have to position yourself better, because sometimes the vehicle needs to swerve and then you're not ready and your aim's all the way all out. So yeah, the game is really good. It's really fucking good. I am very surprised that I enjoyed this game this much, because with a name like Pursuit Force Extreme Justice, you'd think it would be a very cheese-filled, badly made game. The cheese is definitely there, but it's not badly made. So the game is also actually pretty funny, especially your boss. His lines are pretty good, especially when you die. The voice acting is way better than I thought it would be. Um, and the story is the usual fare. You know, the bad guys, good good cop organization beats bad guy organization. That kind of story. There's some kind of nuke or something. But the humor and the solid voice acting makes it good. It was it was a real surprise, and overall, surprisingly enjoyable game. Definitely a hidden gem. I believe I've seen copies on eBay for pretty cheap, so it's not an expensive game yet. Too bad I got the PSP Platinum, the best of PSP. The best of PSP cover is very ugly. It has like a silver border and a big ass emblem at the bottom saying Platinum is very freaking ugly. So try to get the non ugly cover. But if you like driving games, especially games that includes car combat in the driving, you will freaking love this game. So yeah, that is my first ever PSP game review and look back. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and thank you for subscribing. I will see you next time. Bye bye. God damn.